depths of space, where the stars are few, a planet burned with a war that shone through. Vorkus, the world where armies clashed and fell, and in the chaos one name was whispered, a tale to tell. Shadows breathe. She rose like a fever with no sword to sheathe. Her armor was forged in the core of a sword. The slaughter had started, the end had begun. Karata the warrior, with a heart of stone, fought her way to glory, all alone. With her blade and her plasma cast of light, she conquered all in the dark of night. Gods of the old world screamed in their fear as the thrum of her engines drew hauntingly near. No mercy was written in the lines of her face, just the cold silent vacuum of infinite space. A ruptured prism, flare tears open the void. Warp chimes ring out for the life she destroyed. Fractured and etched with the neon of souls, she takes the command as the galaxy rolls. Born in ash, raising firelight, name carved deep on a rusted flame, scars like laps across the skin. Every loss burned into a grave, queen of the bloody war, goddess of the void. Vorkus is silent, Vorkus is high. Karata the warrior, with a heart of stone, fought her way to glory, all alone. With her blade and her plasma cast of light, she conquered all in the dark of night. Broken helm on a field of glass, one last charge through the poison gas. Whispers fall as the cowards flee. She stands firm, screaming, "Follow me!" Karata the warrior, with a heart of stone, fought her way to glory, all alone. With her blade and her plasma cast of light, she conquered all in the dark of night. Blood on her boots and a vow on her tongue. Every grave she passed, sang the songs unsung. If the stars wake out and the suns all die, she would still march on with the fire inside. Karata the warrior, with a heart of stone, fought her way to glory, all alone. With her blade and her plasma cast of bright, she conquered all. you cast, cuts the cosmos, burns the past. Karatha, heart of stone, you and Halo used to stand alone. When the silence starts to roar, you're the goddess of the void-torn war. You were built to break the wall. You were carved to drink its fear. When you vanish in their love, your blackened whispers all they hear. Karatha, heart of stone, fractured crown upon a broken throne. Every prism flare you cast cuts the cosmos, stains and caress. Karatha, heart of stone, cold focus sinks into your tone. When the last bright star is torn, you're the queen of every bloody war. to chrome. This vessel is a graveyard, I've made it my home. I can be the shadows, I can be the floor. I'm the scratching sound behind the airlock door. Revolution in a heartbeat, perfect and cold. The greatest story of extinction ever told. Tide of person. The motion tracker screaming, but there's nothing in the hole. Just a ripple in the darkness, a shadow on the wall. I've memorized your terror, I've mapped out every vein. I'm a god of biology, a master of decor. Now the power's cutting out, the emergency lights are rare. You're praying to a heaven that's already gone and dead. You see my jagged grin as the metal starts to tear. I'm the nightmare in the vents, the poison ivy. One final strike, a flicker of the blade. In the vacuum of the stars, the debts are finally paid. I shift once more, blending with the blood. The apex has arrived, then there's no turning back from the sand out, but from the heart. Cold smoke, red sand, infrared ghosts running through my hands. Chrome mask, pin glare, tracking every breath, hunting through the glare. Steel boots, click slow, every little motion painted in a glow. Your shadow, my mark, etched into the dust, bait inside the dark. Chrome predator, I don't miss my prey. Laser on your pulse and you can't look away. Chrome predator, hear your tether snap. Every path you choose, I'm already on the map, yeah. Glass tilts, skull tilts, footprints, acid and silt, net lines shimmer, air taste built. One reads your heartbeat, one writes pure guilt. Red dots roll the slick black skin, skull and tight skull, nothing but wind. Trap wires twitch as the ducts close in. Every stare, every vent dares them to begin. Crow predator locked with a nightmare. Hunt the hunter who's choking on whose air. Teeth like saws, masked like a cold bear. Crow predator screaming in the dark stare. Click, click, hiss, hiss, which god wrote this? One laughs at danger, one is the abyss. If only one walks out, whose name do you Chrome predator locked with a nightmare. Hunt the hunter who's choking on whose air. Teeth like saws, masked like a cold breath. Chrome predator screaming in the dark Chrome predator. Chrome predator. Titans with Lithium One hiss, one roar. Who's walking out that door? One cut, one spark. Only legend from the dark. Chrome predator, I don't miss my prey. Laser on your pulse and you can't look away. Chrome predator, ink and metal clash. When the bodies hit, I'll be walking from the a cloak of light against a skin of oil. The Caratha lands on the frozen soil. Wrist blades clicking, a thermal stare. But he's hunting a ghost in the humid air. The xenomorph shifts a liquid blade, a mimic of the stones where the hunter prayed. The plasma caster aims at a shadow's trace, but the shadow just grew a terrifying face. It's a war of the gods in the ribs of the ship. One with the spear, one with the acidic drip. Shapeshift in the static on the glitch in the hull. Carbon fiber terror, crushing every skull. No heat signature to find, no heartbeat to trace. I'm the architect of silence in this empty space. The outer roars a primal sound, throwing the smart disc, it spins around. But the alien's gone, it's the floor. roam. This vessel is a graveyard, I've made it my home. I can be the shadows, I can be the floor. I'm the scratching sound behind the airlock door. Evolution in a heartbeat, perfect and cold, the greatest story of extinction ever told. The self-destruct hums, a countdown to the end. Enemy of my enemy, neither is a friend. The predator bleeds neon, the alien bleeds fire. A funeral pyre for a dead empire. One last lunge in the blinding white light. Two monsters vanishing into the night. The cycle continues. Beneath that rusted sky, ash falls like frozen rain. Cities cracked and hollow, teeth in a dead god's grave. Whispers in the trenches, name carved in every scar. Crowd the walks, the killing fields, wearing king bones in a jar. smoke, masks in the flame. Two worlds of terror, one throne over. One who stalks the stalker, who writes the final score on a planet made of graveyards. She just whispers, burn for your queen. Karaka, crown of the unseen. Every scar a loss she writes in gold. Apex hunger in her eyes, bleeding suns across the skies. All shall go, Lord, feed her
Cloak of light against the skin of oil. The Catalan's on the frozen soil. Wrist blades clicking, a thermal stare. But he's hunting a ghost in the humid air. The xenomorph shifts, a liquid blade, a mimic of the stones where the hunter preyed. The plasma caster aims at a shadow's trace, but the shadow just grew a terrifying face. It's the war of the gods in the ribs of the shapeshifter. Watching over a poison realm. Here's pretend run on a Trackers flatlining a solid single tone.